Okay, well, that first try didn't work. I mean, at least I got in under the thing, but then it just kept buffering and buffering, and I thought refreshing would help, but it didn't give me the option of um, coming back in to my live. So let's try it again and see if this is working any better for you guys. I mean, it seems like I still have a lot of lag here, and I honestly don't know why that is. Um, so I don't know what to tell everybody. Um, outside, I'm sorry that there was a issue. Fruity, is my video lagging or buffering a lot? Fruity, can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, well, I'm glad that it's doing better. But I think I lost the other two viewers because I tried to refresh and see if that would help, and it booted me completely out of the stream. So I had to start a new one. Yes, I moved that to a 5 second thing, but that has nothing to do with the video buffering. Yeah, the last time you had to wait 60 seconds. This is just 5 seconds, just so that I don't get lost. Well, I still get lost, but you know that. Oh my gosh, you're too terrible. Wow. What did you do today? What? Oh yeah, it's always me. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll just. I mean, my son. If it's not the cat's fault, it's my fault. So yeah. What did you do today? Oh, did you notice that I changed the living room a little bit? I at least cleaned off my coffee table and made it look somewhat nice. I moved my painting area around too today. And so probably tomorrow I'll be working on a painting video. All right, so Fruity, this is your chance. You can ask me anything you want, but keep it clean. Only because I know you. That's fun to do. He takes it so well, though. He really does. He does. All right, you're supposed to ask me a question. Come on, come on. I know there's something that you've been dying to know about me. Even though you do know a lot about me. A lot. Not everything, though. All right. Wait right here. Here's the bok choy. We're having a little issue with ants. So, I mean, they're still perfectly edible. It's not a big deal. Just sort of pisses me off, though. Some of the other ones are looking good. Sorry, I had to put it away because you know that they don't like to get warm. So, like other cabbage, it'll sort of get wilty if you don't refrigerate it. I did put some cinnamon out. I was told that would help with the ants, and it seems to be working on the younger ones. So we'll see how it goes. Someone said plant mint. That ants don't like mint, but mint will spread like crazy, and I don't want to do that. But I do have some in a container. I wonder if I could just like um pick some of the mint and crush like the leaves and spread it out. I guess it's worth a try. Well, I guess the other ones aren't trying to find me. Did the other chat close? Rudy? Yes, it did. Okay, okay. I did try to type in there. Sorry that um it sort of cut off on me when I was trying to fix the issue. But that's how it goes. Oh, you're there. You go. There's some sunflowers. They're not real, but they're sunflowers. You're supposed to be asking me questions. This is why I didn't do any studies on the herbs. Okay, maybe I like put it off and then ended up forgetting to do those. But I could read some stuff out of my book. Would you like me to do that? Let's do that. All right. What? That's not hard for me to do. It says here cucumbers rank among the easiest garden vegetables to grow, and they'll grow prolifically given enough sunlight and water. Cucumbers feed heavily and require soil that kept consistently moist. Lighting varieties of cucumbers can be trellised to provide room for companion plants. Now, Fruity, there's going to be a quiz on this. No, not really. Sage and potatoes both can stunt the growth of a cucumber. Sage and other aromatic herbs can have a negative impact on the flavor of the cucumbers grown too close. Dill is an exception to this rule. Really? And it's believed to improve the flavor of cucumbers. Squash and melons are susceptible to similar pest attacks and diseases as cucumbers, so avoid planting them nearby. It is a good idea to rotate your garden space to ensure you don't plant cucumber, squash, and melons in an area within 3 years period. Wow, really? 3 years? It's also a bad idea to plant watermelon close to cucumbers because both plants are susceptible to the cucumber beetle, and you don't want to create a large beacon for these beetles in your garden. Peas, however, are good to be planted with them. Mm. So it says here to grow your peas, and then when they're done, snip them, put the cucumbers in there because they'll reap the benefit of the nitrogen that the peas put off, the roots of the peas put off. And cucumbers are a heavy nitrogen feeder. Okay, here's what we wanted. Known benefits for the garden. Cucumbers repel pest insects and may repel larger pests like rodents. Did you know that? I didn't know that. This um Fruity, I think that goes both ways. Come on, and then no one else shows up, or a few people do. I think Eileen and Piggy didn't come back because it didn't. I don't know if they didn't see that I went back live or what, but I was trying to fix the buffering thing, and I didn't know how to fix it. So go figure. Um, I really wish I could play music on here and not get in trouble with YouTube. I already did that once on one of my videos. I mean, sometimes I'm sitting here going, what am I thinking doing this? Because I am so technically handicapped in a lot of things. Well, unless it has to do with stuff in the kitchen. This computer stuff, way over my head. So, like, I never know what to do. Like when you guys were saying it was all buffering all the time. I don't know if it still is. I don't know how to fix it. I tried what I could, I guess. Okay. Okay. Piggy's in the house. The party can start now. Oh, Piggy. So what are you working on? What are you crocheting? Yeah, I lag from knowing what I'm saying right now versus what I'm seeing on my screen. I do see some lag in there. I don't know if that's caused by buffering or what, but it's not as bad as it was. And I'm sorry. I thought I could refresh and be able to come back in to the chat with you guys, but it doesn't work that way evidently. And so I had to restart a new one. And I really apologize. And tell Eileen I apologize also. So we are doing a ask misplaced anything to get to know her. Because I honestly don't know what my viewers want to know about me. Can you guys hear my neighbor upstairs walking across the floor up there? Can you hear her? Oh, Piggy, that is so nice of you. You guys know there's absolutely nothing I can do about her walking on top of my head. I'm trying to do that. Oh, I made triple meatloaf. And Piggy, I think it's right up your alley because it does have ground beef in it, but it's got Italian sweet sausage and bacon. Um, my goals as far as my channel, but really my goal is just to reach out and try to be a little an inspiration for people to get back to doing things that they're passionate about. Oh my gosh, my son absolutely loved it. Likes? Oh man, I mean, I have a lot of likes. Let's see, I like gardening and reading and researching and cooking. I even like cleaning. Though I really want Rudy to come over here and do my dishes. Because I don't like doing dishes and I don't like cleaning the toilet. But I'll do everything else. I thought that usually happened all the time when we talk, Fruity. Piggy, Fruity is a friend of mine from another, just a regular chat place that I go to in the mornings, and she is from the UK. So they're 5 hours ahead of us. So she stays up until midnight so she can come to my live. You mean that's a pretty darn good friend, don't you think? I do actually like cleaning. When I clean, sometimes I'll just get in a cleaning mood and I'll just clean everything in sight. But other times it's a way of dealing with stress. Um, Oftentimes, when someone close to me has passed away, I'll go on a cleaning spree to work through my grief. Um, I I'm I like things tidy. Yet I married a man. Wherever it lands, that's where it was supposed to be. Uh, well, I sure don't mind getting my son to clean the toilet, but I do have to give my son credit. He's actually one of very few men that I know that actually can hit the toilet without making a mess all over my floors. Oh, Fruity, my new mop bucket came in. You want to see it? Let me go see. Okay, this is the new mop bucket because my old mop bucket went into the other one. The cool thing about this is it is a ringer, but it's also got the scrub brush and the squeegee. No more scrubbing on hands and knees. I'll still, Piggy, I'll still clean the toilet and do the dishes. They're just not my favorite thing to do. Actually, what is my favorite thing to do? I love cleaning the kitchen. That is the out of all the rooms in my apartment, my favorite place to clean is my kitchen. Even the walls in my kitchen. Yeah. Once a month, my kitchen walls get washed. The rest of the walls in the apartment gets washed once a year. Oh yeah. If you didn't notice, um, my floor in here is concrete. I had to pull up the carpet that was in here because it was making me sick. Um, Originally, I was going to pull it up, and my friend's brother was going to sand it and everything, and we were just going to seal it and stain it. But my friend unfortunately died last year, and I had no way of getting a hold of her brother. And after losing his sister and his mom not being in good health, I wasn't going to ask him anyway. So I haven't decided if I'm going to put new carpet in or um, put in that laminate flooring, the wood looking stuff. I've thought about that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Fruity. Yeah, it was really my sister Tina that passed away this spring was really close to the 1 year anniversary of my friend passing too. So it was hard. Memorial Day was a little hard because my sister was a vet from Desert Storm. Is it Desert Storm? Well, back over there. Um, and so that was this. Yesterday was my first time of the Memorial Day weekend without my sister being calling or usually she called on Memorial Day and we would talk about my dad who's also was a vet from Vietnam and our grandfather was a vet from World War II. Our family military goes clear back to the Civil War or Revolutionary War, something like that. It's just yeah, it wasn't an easy day for me. So I tried to just stay busy. I did do a little bit of reading of the Twilight. Um, yeah. Um, Trudy knows I am having to deal with my sister's estate, which she lived in Pennsylvania, so ended up having to hire a lawyer, and then things didn't work out with that lawyer, so we hired another lawyer. Um, in my family, the oldest sibling or the closest sibling is the one that takes care of all the arrangements and stuff. Um, so in August will be the celebration of life here. And then my sisters are going to come down and get to see my garden. Now, see, my garden makes me smile. I did spend a lot of time out in the garden yesterday. Yeah, a lot of reflection and a lot of memories. But a lot of the memories are good. Right now they're still a little painful sometimes. But the memories are going to always be with me. And I can't wait to see my other two sisters. We are. My sister Becky will be here for 5 days. My sister Tammy's still not set her stuff yet. But what I'm really looking forward is Christmas because my daughter and my grandkids are going to be here. I am absolutely looking forward to that because she'll get here just before Christmas and she's staying a couple of days past her birthday in January. Yeah, Biggie. I came really close to that 2 years ago, and the doctors are amazed at how much I have recovered. But they said I will never be 100%. Um, I still tire out real easy, and I can't go like I used to do. And the heat bothers me more now too. Maybe it's one of the meds that I'm on. Fruity, you notice, not a pop can, not a Coke Zero. Yeah, a lot of that and Fruity is a self will thing. I've had a hypothyroid since I was 18, 19 years old. And there are days that I am just so tired I don't want to get out of bed. But it has gotten better. And with them finally getting my thyroid under control after umpteen million years. Um, but yeah, I just, the energy sometimes ain't there, but I do what I have to do anyway. Oh yeah, Piggy, I love most of my doctors. I have recently ran into a couple that didn't want to listen to me, and I told my primary doctor I'm not going back to them because they don't listen. Um, and one of them to me was wanting some stuff that wasn't necessary, and when I talked to my primary doctor, he agreed that it wasn't necessary, and that it didn't sound like the doctor had listened to me either. So yeah. He said next time, if my neck gets to hurting again and bothering me that I need to go to pain management, he'll send me to a different one. He won't do that one again. He said he didn't know that doctor did that because this doctor, even though I'm trying to see him about the pain from my neck, wanted me to go to a dietitian, which I sat there and told him I've already been to a dietitian through my primary doctor. My insurance won't pay for it again. Well, 2 weeks later, they called me to set up an appointment with this dietitian. And I said, well, I already went to a dietitian through my primary doctor. My insurance won't pay for this again. And they said, oh, well, it wouldn't have, even if you hadn't went to another dietitian, they wouldn't have paid for it. You would have had to pay $25 out of your own pocket. I'm like, no. I agree. Um, my doctors actually did not expect me to recover like I did. Because I had double severe pneumonia, and during that, I also had a heart attack, and I was on the respirator for 4 or 5 days. I was in the hospital for a month, and they did not expect. They actually literally told my son when I was on the respirator they didn't know if I would make it or not, and of course I did, and then I recovered quite a bit, but there's still a lot more to go. And they told me it would take years to come, if ever, to totally recover. But I really believe it was my friends and all the prayers from my friends and my family. Yeah. See, Rudy, aren't you glad I made it so you could meet me and become friends? Yeah, my dad had to have a surgery, and they actually pronounced him dead on the surgery table. And then like 2 minutes later, he came back. That was pretty freaky. And you know what he said? He said, you remember going into surgery and then putting him under, and then it was like he rised out of his body and he saw Jesus on his right and the devil at the door. And Jesus said, "It is not your time." Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying though. I've heard of it happening. People being literally legally pronounced dead and just suddenly starting to breathe and everything all over again. That, I mean, because we were really scared. Um, even after he came back, they weren't sure he would make it because it was um, surgery for blood clots that kept lodging into his lungs. And he was in the hospital for months, and they honestly told my mom they didn't know if he would make it, and if he did make it, what quality of life he would have. But luckily, he did make it, and he had some good health for quite a while until like 10 years before he passed away. I get that. It's easier for me to sit here and talk about it versus if I was trying to type it. Because we all know I suck at typing and spelling. I'm very bright, actually. I can talk on a lot of topics. I never know what people want to talk about. I'm sorry. Sorry, I heard something in the garden. Oh, it went all the way out. What happened? Vicky, did you lose me? Rudy, do you still have me? Rudy, do you still see me? Okay, so it's something on their end, I guess. Oh, okay. Rudy asked me a question. Actually, I sometimes like answering questions. Actually, ha 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 ha. Um, Maybe. Oops, dang it. Click. Okay. Rudy? We'll see if you know the answer. You may not know the answer. But if I did a painting for you, do you know how much it would cost for shipping? Only because I wanted to make you laugh. Okay, I just thought I'd ask. I didn't know. I actually don't know a lot about shipping internationally. Yay, Piggy's back! That was one of those. Your internet connection is unstable. Please wait while we reconnect you. Because maybe I want to send something to you. I'm just going through straight um, YouTube. I haven't quite figured out the StreamYard yet. And if I ask again, I think Mr. Boots and Bounty might give me a hard time about not figuring it out, even though he told me how to do it. Yeah, I Piggy. Oh, I'm on my desktop computer with a webcam thingy. Let me think here. Probably about 6 years. Yeah, about 6 years. Yeah, I'm trying to talk my son into building me a new one. But he's got some upgrades that he wants to do to his first, so he is what he does on his computer requires a lot more than what I do. Oh, how old am I? Oh, well, I'm like 53 or 52. I'll be 53 in September. I did that. I do that every night before I go to bed. I may need to defrag. I think it's been almost a month now since I defragged. There is a few computer things that I do know. There's a lot that I don't. I miss the times when my son would come in and go, Mom, how do you do this on the computer? And now I'm like, Son, how do I do this? Well, there's only one internet company here. They have you this it's one company that does your electric, your water, your landlines, and the internet. You have no other choices. So even if I went with what what was it? Where you used to use the phone line for computer for internet. If I went that way, I still have to pay for the landline through this company. Yeah, all in one too. DSL. Yeah. If I went with DSL, I still have to get a landline through them. Cool. I've got my bachelor's degree in studio art. It would, the only thing that I really used computers for art would be digital imaging, photography, and I did not take the video class, which now I'm like, I want to kick myself in the butt for not taking it. Would have been really useful for YouTube. Yeah, DSL just, man, that seems like so long ago. I think my first computer was on DSL, in fact. Oh, no, we sure don't have a Best Buy here. I think the closest Best Buy to us is about an hour and a half away, maybe 2 hours. I think you have to go to Cincy for it. Cincinnati. We call them Cincy down here. Yeah. I, I, I think I told someone last week in chat. I don't know if it was Rudy or not. Maybe it wasn't in my chat. But um, I got curious because I've always thought, well, for this being the state capital, it's an awfully small place. So I went and Googled it. Kentucky's capital is the fourth smallest in the nation. So yeah, we don't have a whole lot here. I think I'm just gonna wait for my son Steven, to do the updates on his computer that he built for himself, and then we're just going to um, he's just going to build me a computer so that I can do something that'd be better for my video, doing my videos and stuff on. So yeah, it's just a matter of just having to do with what I can at the moment. Um, it probably needs to go through and make sure there's no viruses. Well, I have AVG on it. I may just have to pay for AVG for their advanced one and go through it, which could be an issue. I don't know. I'm trying to think of it. Things are just a little bit tight right now, so someone forgot to do the tags on the car this month. So now we got to do it next month. And I have no idea who it was that forgot to pay for the tags on the car. Yeah, he does more of the hardware part. He doesn't do so much as the viruses and stuff like that. I think I'm just going to upgrade my AVG. Right now, I'm on their free plan, so it does give me some protection, but probably not as much as I need. I've had T-Mobile and it's not real good here. Um, I probably could go live on my phone through Cricket. Of course, that uses data, and that's always the issue. We just upped our internet speed, so for the fastest internet tier speed, we're paying 80, $90 a month. We'll get it all sorted out over time, and I know there's some other lives on, so maybe it could be a YouTube thing too. Oh, Charter is horrible. I had them in Nebraska. I hate them. No, what we have here is the Frankfurt Plant Board, and they do, like I said, all those things. Yeah, and I am learning. Yeah, I have learned so much, and I am really, really thankful to Mr. Boots and Bounties for his help desk on Wednesdays. That's what my daughter said because she's still in Nebraska where me and my son used to live, and she's got Charter, and she says the prices go up and the service is crappy. You would think there should be like a law against shit like that, but no. And they won't let anybody else come in. Hugs, good night, Fruity. Yeah, I'll talk to you in the morning. Well, you'll be up way before me, but yeah. Okay, good night, sweetie. And Piggy, I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off here and see about getting the dishes done. I'd rather sit here and talk. You tell Eileen I'm sorry that I messed up and got myself booted out of the chat and closed the chat. And someday I will actually figure out how not to do that. Well, I hope she laughs at it. You guys have a good night too. I just didn't know what to do about the buffering. Maybe that's something I need to ask Mr. Boots and Bounty on what to do when it does that. Okay, God bless you guys. Have a good night. Sleep well. Dream of sweet things. Like Eileen's cake. Or is it the banana pudding? I think I ate the banana pudding. Once again, night, y'all. Have a great one. See ya in other live chats. Otherwise, I will see you next